I'm just muted you. If you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can ask a question. What is ERP? So ERP stands for Enterprise Resources and Planning. So an enterprise is nothing but an organization. It may be a firm, it may be a company. Company may be private limited or limited, public limited. So resources. So men, machine, materials and marketing and money. So these 5 M's we call it as a resources because these resources are not plentifully available in the market. We need to do some planning. Okay, that is the purpose why ERP was invented. So ERP is for effective utilization of available limited resources. The main objective of ERP. So ERP is a technology whereas different ERP products are there. SAP is one of ERP product. Like SAP, there are different ERP products are there, you can observe here. Examples for different ERP products. Oracle is also having ERP, Oracle applications. So it is also having some financial applications. Siebel is famous for CRM software and analytics. PeopleSoft is famous for HRM software, HRMS. JD Edwards, this is for manufacturing and finance. Barn, manufacturing and finance. Microsoft is relevant to, it is having small ERP, different products for small scale and medium sized business organizations. So like this, SAS is there, Tally is also one of the ERP product. So like this, each and every ERP has their own specialty. Means in that particular area only, it is famous. Means it is very convenient to use in those particular areas. Yes, just like in automobile sector. So Maruti is famous for economy. It's the economy class car. Hyundai is for comfort. Volkswagen is for luxury. Like this, different brands are there and it has their own market segment. Like this in ERP products also. Each and every ERP has their own specialty, their own market segment. But when it comes to SAP, okay, SAP we can call it as an all-rounder. All-rounder means, okay, in cricket we normally use this word. So it is very famous in almost all areas, across all the sectors. You name any sector, oil and gas, construction, FMCG, government, semi-government. Okay. So all types of different industries are using SAP because it is convenient and comfort to use. It is very flexible. Any business organization can use, any type of business organization can use SAP product. Because of this reason, SAP has become #1 ERP company. Out of all the companies, SAP is #1 ERP company. It is having nearly 50% market share in total ERP sector. In total ERP market. So SAP itself is having around 50% market share. Altogether is having 50% market share. What will happen? So we are having more projects available outside in SAP when compared to other ERP products. So automatically, career opportunity wise, we will be having more number of jobs in SAP when compared to other ERP products. Okay. This is what the ERP and different ERP products. Right. Then how the organization functions. I will just take a briefing. What are the different organizational units in any business, and what are the existing drawbacks the lacuna of the present existing system and how the SAP is useful. That we will discuss now. So any organization is having different departments. One is finance, marketing, sales, production planning and controlling, production, HR and purchases. So each and every organization is working to maximize profits only. But their way of approach is different. So let's take the case to case. So I am taking here FI department. So when it comes to FI department, so this FI department guys, being a FI guy, we always think by reducing cost, by reducing expenditures, by reducing cost, we want to increase profits. This is how we think. Okay. And this marketing and sales department guys, they want to increase investment in marketing activities. They want to increase investment in marketing activities. Okay. In turn, they want to increase sales. Finally, they want to increase profit. All are working to maximize profits only, but their way of approach is different. So here there is a conflict between FI and marketing sales department. This is one area where the coordination is missing between these two departments. I am taking few issues. If you are not using ERP system, any ERP product, what will be the difficulties? This is one case. The coordination is missing. Even though each and every organization is functioning to maximize profits, but their way of approach is different. That is one case. Another case I will take here between production and planning department. One of the objectives of this planning department is to ensure the smooth functioning of production cycle without any disturbance. The production should run. Okay. The planning department, they will check whether the minimum stock of raw material is available in our godown or not. So let's take our planning department is making some 5,000 units as a minimum stock of raw material. They are maintaining 5,000 units as a minimum stock of raw material. Whereas the industry standard outside our competitor is maintaining some 2,500 only. 2,500 units only. Outside our competitor is maintaining as a minimum stock of raw material 2,500. In this particular case, what is happening is we are maintaining double what the industry standard means, what is our competitor is maintaining. So where will affect if you are not maintaining the optimum stock of raw material? Where it will affect? Okay. So if you are maintaining double, what will happen? We also require more godown, big godown. We also require big godown. For that we are paying more rent. We are paying more rent if we are maintaining optimum stock. So if it is a big godown, we need to maintain more storekeepers. We need more number of storekeepers. For them we are maintaining more salaries also. We are paying more salaries. How these we will meet? By getting working capital loans. Through working capital we are maintaining, we are meeting these expenditures, regular expenditures. Through working capital loan. If you are not maintaining the optimum stock of raw materials, we require more working capital. For them, we are paying more interest also. So where it will affect? It will affect our profit and loss account. So if you are paying more interest, our expenditures is increasing here. So then what will happen? Our profits will be reduced. Our profits will be reduced. So this will happen when we are not maintaining optimum stock of raw material. For this purpose, we need some coordination between this production and planning department to maintain optimum stock of raw materials. These two should work in tandem. Right? This is another area where there may be difficulties in existing system. Other than ERP system, if we are using, it is not possible to maintain optimal stock of raw material. This is one issue, one drawback in any existing system. Non-ERP system, we call it as a legacy system. Non-ERP system is nothing but legacy system. This is one case. I will take another example here. When it comes to purchase department, whenever the invoice first reaches to purchase department, the purchase department, assume they are in Hyderabad. Purchase department is in Hyderabad. The FI department is in Kochi. Okay, the FI department is in Kochi. So whenever invoice is coming to purchase department, they will enter into these records and that will be sent to Kochi for payment. The FI department will pay the invoices amount to the vendor. So assume it will take some 3 days time. Assume it will take some 3 days time to send purchase invoices to FI department, Hyderabad to Kochi. So in this case, if you check on any particular day, the records of purchase department and finance department will not match because some invoices are there in transit. So what is happening? We are not following the accounting standards. What is our accounting standards is saying? We should maintain the true and fair view of all our accounts. This is another case where there is a existing problem with our existing system. These are a few examples or drawbacks of existing system. If you use any ERP system, not only SAP, how these drawbacks will be overcome, that we will discuss now. Here in any ERP system, we will be having common database. Common database means the server they are maintaining, the single software they are maintaining, and that will be used by all our departments. Everyone using the same system, single system. Let's take when it comes to purchase department. When invoice reaches to purchase department, the purchase department guy, they will enter the invoice details into common database. Because this common database is used by all other departments also, immediately the FI department records also get updated. Here we no need to maintain again another person, another employee for data entry purpose. Because the records are automatically get updated in FI also. Here we can reduce salaries. We don't need more number of employees for data entry purpose. Information sharing will be there immediately. On real-time basis, the information will be available. It will be shared by all other departments. Shared to all other departments. The drawback of legacy system will be turned as an advantage in ERP system. Next, in case of planning and production departments also. Whenever the production department requires any raw material, they will update to the common database. Immediately, the planning department records also get updated. Means the planning department will get the information how many raw materials are required to smooth functioning of our production cycle. In this case, need not to maintain 2500 also, even 500 units also it is enough, because the information sharing will be there. Immediately the data is updating and shared to all other departments, so that the planning department will make sure how many raw materials are required for production. On hourly basis, we can maintain the raw material stock. Let's take another case. If you get any order, the sales department got an order like 1 lakh units of order. So let's assume we need to deliver within 2 days or 3 days, assume. So immediately the sales department will update to the common database, and this production department will comes to know, and this production department will make sure that these finished goods are available for delivery. These are advantages of common database. The integration will be there between the departments. The information sharing, coordination will be there. Single point of entry. So duplication will be avoided. Data redundancy will be reduced. Limited data redundancy means duplication will be avoided. We can reduce our salaries because we don't require more number of employees for data entry purpose. The information we are getting from ERP system, the reports, the different types of reports. The management can use all types of reports for data for this decision making purpose. These are examples for the advantages. The advantages if you are using any ERP system. Okay. This is related to ERP. Any ERP, not only SAP. Okay. Next we will go to what is SAP. So there are advantages what we have discussed. So what is SAP? Now we are going to what is SAP. So SAP stands for Systems, Applications and Products in Data Processing, full form of SAP. Being a SAP student or SAP knowledge fellow, we are not supposed to pronounce it as a SAP. It's not a SAP, it's a SAP. It's a word, not a, it's an abbreviation, not a word. So here what is data, what is processing, that we will be discussing. Data is nothing but collection of facts and figures. Processing is executing set of operations on data elements. Processing is executing set of operations on data elements. I will take a small example here. So what is data? Assume we are manufacturing some 10,000 units and 100 men are working in our company. 100 men are working, they are manufacturing 10,000 units. This is data. Whatever the available information, we call it as the data. Then what we can do? The data processing. With the help of this data, what we can do is, so if you do this 10,000 divided by 100, that is 100 units. What is this 100 units? 100 units is nothing but per man per day. 100 units is per man per day. Per man per day. Okay. So what we are doing here, we are doing some set of operations on these data elements. The result or report, the outcome, whatever we are getting, is helpful in analyzing the data, and it will be helpful in decision making purpose. The management can use the information, and depends on that information we can take any decision. Assume here our competitor is also doing the manufacturing process and they are getting 200 units per day per man. But we are manufacturing only 100 units per day per man. So this we can analyze where we went wrong with the information, the report we are getting, whether our machines are not functioning properly or our man is not working. The data or information we are getting from this processing, we can analyze the information that will be helpful in decision making purpose. We can improve our organization performance. We can improve our organization performance. This is a small example how the SAP is working. Next one. So SAP is a product of SAP AG. The company name is SAP AG. It was founded in 1972 by 5 former IBM employees. 5 people came out from IBM and they have incorporated this company. AG means AG. Just like any company incorporated under Indian Companies Act 1956, we will get at the end of the name Limited or Private Limited. Like this, if any company incorporated in the German Companies Act, they will get AG at the end of the name. The company headquarters is based in Waldorf. It's a small German town. Okay. The latest product what we are using is SAP R/3. What is SAP R/3? That will be this. It's a product name. It was introduced in 1992. This is the most successful product after introduction of this SAP R/3 only. SAP has become #1 ERP company. Up to that, it is not a #1 company. It's the most successful product. R/3 is the most successful product. Whatever we are using presently is the R/3 product only. Some advantages, facts and figures of SAP. The 4th largest independent software supplier out of all IT companies. The 4th largest company. When it comes to ERP sector, it's the largest ERP vendor. It is having more than 25 lakh users across 50 countries, and it is installed already more than 21,000 R/3 products. So it is most successful means they are spending 25% of revenue in R&D, research and development. Automatically there will be high customer satisfaction and employee satisfaction. The original product, when it was introduced, they have released R/1 real time world. It was maintained or developed in mainframe platform in 1972. Later in 80s they have introduced R/2 product name. In SAP different products. R/3 they have introduced in 92. So it is developed. The programming language we call it as APAP. It is also in general we call it as another module just like FICO. What is APAP that we will discuss? We call it as ABAP. It's a fourth generation language on which SAP was developed. Just like our mobile Android versions, whenever there is new updates, SAP is releasing the versions. The latest version is EHP 6, Enhanced Package 6. Okay, but many of the projects are there in EHP 5. Okay, the client will slowly upgrade, just like our Android versions. Few changes will be there. The changes may not be only with respect to single module. That we will discuss. Next one. Why SAP is unique? The advantages of SAP already we have discussed in the beginning. Highly integrated integration between departments. Data in central database, the single database system they are using. All the information will be stored in a single point. Limited data redundancy. Redundancy means duplication. We can avoid the duplication of that. Data updated and available real time. Real time means whenever we are using ATM card, without counting money also we are getting SMS. That is also real time concept. The information is delivering at speed. On real time basis it is. Here also SAP is also same concept. Single point of entry. Once the purchase invoice reaches to purchase department, they will update to the common database. Again, the FI department again need not enter because all are using the same common database. Best business practices inbuilt. So industry to industry, the sector to sector, there may be some best business practices. As a new entrepreneur, you may not be knowing all those things. So if you implement SAP, so whatever available in this particular sector, construction sector if you are starting, oil and gas sector, whatever the best business practices are there, that will be inbuilt in SAP software when you are implementing SAP. The different kinds of reports. And modular system. Different modules for different departments. For each department, SAP has given one module. FICO is for finance. MM is for purchase, procurement. HR is there. EP is there. When you want to implement SAP in any client organization, depends on their requirement. We can implement only FICO. We can implement only the required functionality only. May not implement all the modules. Depends on their budget and configuration. Depends on their business. We will implement the relevant modules only. After 2 years, they want to implement MM also. Then we can integrate later. Easy to integrate. That possibility is there in SAP. The managers, the records, the reports we are getting out of SAP. So rather than spending time in day-to-day activities, the managers can use these reports and they can take some decision makings by analyzing the information. There are few advantages of SAP we are using. There are few sectors where SAP was already implemented and proved successful. Oil and gas, construction, chemical, transport, government, semi-government, communications, FMCG, education, services. In many sectors, SAP is there. That's why SAP has become #1 ERP company. It is very convenient to use, comfort to use when compared to all other ERP products. Then we will discuss about SAP R/3. R means real time, 3 means 3-tier architecture. R is real time, 3 is 3-tier architecture. The latest product was developed by this R/3 architecture only. In this, the software SAP is developed in 3 layers, 3 different layers of software will be there. The first layer is the database server. So the database server will be in single location only. If you are implementing SAP in any client organization, they need to maintain one database server. In this database server, being a consultant, we will customize and configure as per client requirement. In this database server, being a consultant, we will customize and configure as per client requirement. In SAP, everything will be there. We need to customize as per client requirement. Depends on these requirements that we are doing in this database server. Next one will be the application servers. This is application server. This application server may be one or many. If client is having different plans, we will keep these application servers in different locations. And these application servers will be integrated with the database server. Whatever the settings, whatever the configuration we have done in this database server, here in this application server, we will do testing. We will test here whether it is working or not in each plant level. Not only the plant, at different operation levels. If your operations in Hyderabad, then we will keep in application server. If your operations in Pune, we can keep there one application server. We can keep n number of application servers, and that will be integrated with the database server. The second layer of SAP software. And third layer will be the presentation server. Another name for this presentation server is GUI, Graphical User Interface, through which we can log in into SAP system. The end user, nothing but the employees of the company, by using this presentation server, they will enter day-to-day transactions. What are the different transactions they can, salaries, wages, all the general entries they can post when it comes to FI. Okay. This is for day-to-day business activities will be updated in this presentation server. There may be n number of users here in any client or company. In FI departments, so there are 100 employees working. So nothing but the users here, the third level of the users. N number of users may be there. These are 3 layers of SAP software. This is R by 3 system. How the system architecture will be there in R by 3. Earlier, when they are introduced in 1972, all these 3 layers will be in one system only. That is R by 1 in 1972. In 80s, they have kept these two applications and presentation in one layer and this database in one layer, that is R by 2. The present system whatever we are using is 3 layer software, that is 3 different architectures we are using in the same server, database, application and presentation. These are purely technical related to software, how SAP system is developed. Okay. This is present product we are using, SAP R by 3. So in R by 3, there are different modules are there, functional as well as technical. When it comes to functional modules, what are the different modules? There are 4 modules. Materials management. Normally, the purchase department guys who is having some procurement experience, they can learn this module. We call it as Sales and distribution, SD, who is having some marketing experience or sales and distribution experience, they can learn MBA sales specialization. Finance and controlling, call it as a FICO. Commerce graduates or account background, we can learn FICO. Production planning, who is working as production managers, core production department people. BTech mechanical guys who is working in a production department, manufacturing sector, they can learn. Warehouse management, who is working as a storekeepers, they can learn. Quality management, quality control department work. HR, human resource management, MBA HR specialization, who is working as a HR executives, they can learn. When it comes to HR, depends on client. If it is a UK company, then we need to maintain as per UK payroll system. If the client is a US company, we need to maintain as per US payroll. Sub modules. Plant maintenance, PM we call it as, related to production only. Depends on our project system. This is some advanced to controlling module. Depends on our academic qualification and domain experience. We can learn any of our relevant module. When it comes to technical modules, SAP ABAP is there. Pure programming language. Normally the science graduate or BTech students, they will learn this ABAP. Pure programming will be there. Basis. This is another module like operating system for SAP. Just like Windows is the operating system for Microsoft. Basis is the operating system for SAP. This basis guy will work as a system admin. Installations and uninstallations. This guy will handle. Security consultant. Okay. Just like network admin, giving authentications and authorizations and permissions to all the users, this guy will handle. Workflow is for different types of reports that we require. This workflow consultant will develop. These are core technical modules. When it comes to functionals, there are 4 core functional modules. There are more than 64 modules are there. Some advanced modules are there. Travel management is one module. Environmental health and science is EHS. Oil and gas is one module. Financial supply chain management is one module. Treasury is one module. Okay. Depends on client requirement. They can implement their relevant modules. But these are our core modules, these are advanced modules. Small modules are there. Whenever the client or business requires any solution, SAP is releasing that solution in the name of modules. Okay. One client will not implement all the modules. Whatever the requirement is there, depends on their requirement, they will implement their relevant module. But these are our core modules. So when it comes to FICO, okay, now our discussion is FICO. I will take up what we are doing in FICO. What we are doing in FICO that we are discussing now. So FICO, if you divide the two different ways, module wise, it's an ocean, big module. Out of all SAP modules, FICO is very big module. Because everything we will measure in money only, right? Finance is crucial. So this is the FICO module that we are discussing. Under FI, what we are going to learn is GL accounting, general ledgers. Mainly the FI module is for external reporting purpose. Here we are preparing trial balance, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Profit and loss account and balance sheet. In general ledger accounting, what we are going to learn is how we can post an entry in SAP. Regular entries, how we can create a general ledger accounts in SAP, how we can post an entries, how the data will be updated. All these the basic things we are learning in general ledger accounting. In accounts payable are related to vendor transaction, purchase related transactions. If you purchase raw material, purchase returns, how you are paying to the vendors, payment to the vendors, cash discounts, the different transactions related to accounts payable, vendor related transactions we are learning in accounts payable. AR, accounts receivable, customer related transactions, sales returns, cash discount received, bad debts, bills of exchange, notices to customers, all these bank reconciliation statement. All these different topics we are going to learn in accounts receivable. Everything whatever we are doing in accounting, the core accounting. Here we are learning how it will be in SAP. Asset accounting, purchase of asset, sale of asset, depreciation, straight line method, return on value method, scrapping of an asset, asset under construction. Okay, so different things related to assets we are learning in asset accounting. The terminology also same thing whatever we are using in FI, outside whatever we are using in accounting. FI is mainly for external reporting purpose, that is we will prepare trial balance, profit and loss account and balance sheet here in FI. Then what is left in CO? CO we call it as a controlling. It's just like normal costing or managerial accounting, we call it as. The CO is for only internal reporting purpose. Internal analysis or internal reporting purpose. Here CO, the topics we are going to learn, this is overhead management. Under overhead management, what we are learning is cost element accounting, cost center accounting, internal orders. These cost elements in controlling the cost element. What is the cost element is whatever the profit and loss account GL accounts in FI. We call it as a cost elements in CO. Whatever the profit and loss account GL accounts, general ledger accounts in FI, we call it as a cost elements in CO. Salaries, one cost element. Wages, another cost element. Rent, even sales, revenue items also we call it as a cost element in control. In detail we will discuss later on. We are taking classes. So by using these cost elements, we can analyze the data in cost center accounting. Cost center in SAP is nothing but a department. We can create different cost centers, depends on client requirement. Production department has one cost center. Canteen department has one cost center. Sales department has one cost center. You can create the different admin department as one cost center. Normally, the cost center you can create where you can identify the expenditure, cost. You want to analyze the cost. What is the salaries paid to the admin department? What is the rent paid to the canteen department? All these analysis you can do in this cost center accounting. Department-wise analysis. Okay. Next one is internal order. Here is departmental-wise analysis. Here in internal order, expenditure-wise analysis, the lower level. If you are having huge expenditure, example I will take vehicle expenditure. Our client is having few vehicles. They want to analyze the expenditure they are incurring for vehicle expenditures. Here we will create internal order as one vehicle expenditure as one internal order. At this internal order level, we are going to analyze what is the salaries paid to the drivers, what is the petrol expenditure, what is the repairs and maintenance expenditures. By analyzing the data, we can take a decision making. It will be useful in decision making. All these controlling subtopics are for internal analysis purpose only, whether it's performing well or not. That's what we are doing in internal order. Then comes to product costing. This is product costing. Here we are going to calculate or doing cost of goods manufactured, COGM. If you are manufacturing one finished goods, then what will be the cost? Assume you are manufacturing some finished goods, FG, some 10 kgs you are manufacturing. For this, what will be the material cost? What will be the activity cost? What will be the overheads that we are going to calculate in product costing? So material cost we are getting from FI module, what is the raw material purchases cost, and also MM module, material cost we are getting from FI module and MM module. Here we are learning FI MM integration also we are learning. We are not directly posting anything in controlling, all values will trigger from other modules. Here we are doing just calculations and analysis. Okay. We are not directly posting anything in controlling module. Information will be posted in different modules and that values will come to here by integration. Here we are doing some calculations and analysis. The material cost we will get from FI module and MM module. Here we are calculating cost of goods manufactured. And the activity cost. Here we are doing PP module, production planning integration also we are learning. All the manufacturing processes carrying out at plant level. In plant only we will do. Plant is an organizational unit of MM logistics modules. We call it as these are all logistics modules. MM, SD, CS, PP, plant management, quality management, project system. As a FICO consultant in SAP, we are not going to create a plant. The logistics modules fellow, they will create a plant and we will analyze the data here. The activity cost, here we are doing PP integration also to get the activity cost. What will be the labor cost, what is the machine cost, what is the setup cost. And again, the breakup, I am discussing about breakup of this COGM, cost of goods manufactured. Overheads, the remaining cost is the overheads. In costing we have studied the costing sheet. Here also we will define on costing sheet. The client will tell us what will be the overhead percentage. The percentage we will maintain in costing sheet. Material overhead, what is the percentage on material cost? Admin overhead, what is the percentage on different cost? Total we are calculating in product costing, that is cost of goods manufactured. The most important sub-module in control. Okay. There are different scenarios are there when we are manufacturing. If you are working for a manufacturing client in product costing, there are different scenarios, joint and by-product, mixed cost estimation, material origin, different material origins, split valuation. All the things we are going to learn. Broadcasting itself I will take 1 month minimum. I have more experience in broadcast. A to Z we are covering. Not leaving any single. Broadcast by period, sales order costing, production order. So in product costing, assume we are doing 10 kgs of finished product manufacturing. Out of 10 kgs we have received only 6 kgs production is over, 4 kgs are still there in process. This we call it as the remaining cost of this 4 kgs. We call it as a work in progress or work in process, WIP. So this WIP, where we will show this WIP, this will show in balance sheet as an asset. Okay. So all expenditures, all costs will trigger from FI to CO, but only the work in progress, it will trigger from CO to FI. All expenditures are coming from FI to CO. Here, work in progress, it will calculate in broadcasting only, it will trigger from CO to FI. That's what we are learning in product costing. After calculating this cost of goods manufactured, we will go to COPA, controlling profitability analysis. We will analysis what is the profit we are gaining. So after cost of goods manufacturing, we will add selling and distribution expenditure, SD cost. We will get cost of sales here, cost of sales. When we are calculating the selling and distribution expenditures, okay, SD cost. When we are calculating the selling and distribution cost, we have to learn FI and SD module also. FI and SD module also. FI and SD module also. Integration we are learning again. So after cost of sales calculation, sales minus cost of sales will become net profit. This net profit we are going to analyze. What is the net profit from a customer, from a region, from a product, or with the different combinations, or with the different combinations, or with the different combinations. Okay? Or with the different combinations we can analyze. That is what we are doing in controlling profitability analysis, COPA. So this is what we are doing in COPA. After COPA, controlling profitability analysis, we are doing profit center accounting. Profit center accounting. In profit center accounting, just like a cost center, cost center we are creating for a departmental cost analysis. Profit center you can create as to analyze the revenue items. Analyze the revenue items. Assume we are implementing this SAP in Maruti. In Maruti. So there is a different products are there. Maruti Ridge, Maruti Shift, Wagoner. If you want to analyze the revenues getting from each product, then you will create the Maruti Ridge as one profit center, Maruti Shift as another profit center. And you can analyze all the internal analysis. Purely the controlling is for internal analysis. Whereas FI is for external. Whenever actuals is happening here, we will post in FI. So in CO we can do planning. What are the salaries paid? For the next month you can plan for departmental wise. What is the plan for this finished goods production cost? Here in FI we can post only actuals. Here in CO, the actuals will come from other modules. Here we can also post actuals that will trigger from another modules, different modules, FI, MM, PP, SD. Here in FI only actuals we can post. Here in CO we can do planning, we can post actuals, and the difference between plan and actuals, we call it as a variance. Variance analysis also we can do. If there is any changes, difference between plan and actuals, we can analyze why the changes happen. This variance analysis also you can do in CO. CO is only for reporting purpose, internal analysis purpose. The information we are getting in CO, we can take a decision. This is what the content we are going to learn. The total FI and CO. So when it comes to this area that what we are learning here when it comes to consultant role. Okay. We are learning FICO. So what is the purpose of this FICO? What is our work? Being a consultant, what is our work? I will take a small example here. Okay. What we are doing as a consultant. So you may have noted the tally. Let's assume we are posting one general entry. Salaries account will be debited, bank account will be credited. This is a general entry we are doing. If you are using any small ERP that is tally, what we will do? We will simply create one salaries account and bank account and we will post one entry. That is normally we will do. Salaries account to bank account. But in SAP what we are going to do is SAP we call it as a here line item 1. First line item we call it. First debit is we call it as a line item. Debit line item. This is line item 2. Debit line item and credit line item. Like this. This total we call it as a document. This totally we call it as a document. A single document can have 999 line items. 999 line items we can post in a single document. When you are posting this particular document, for each line item SAP has given some 70 fields. For each line item SAP has given some 70 fields. Field is nothing but an input value, input parameter that we can maintain while posting a transaction. Field is nothing but input value that we can maintain while posting a transaction. 70 fields. Examples for fields. I will take some example for fields. Text is one field. Business area is one field. Cost center is one field. Profit center is one field. Value date is one field. Tax code is one field. Like these 70 fields are there. So because SAP is a universal software, SAP has developed all the 70 fields. No client will use all the 70 fields to post a single transaction. Depends on client requirement. Here we have to configure. For each field, SAP has given 3 different options. For each field, SAP has given 3 different options. One is suppress, required, optional. For each field, SAP has given 3 different options: suppress, required, optional. Let's assume for the text you have selected here, text you have selected as a required entry. Any one option we can select. Assume for the text you have selected as a required entry. When you are posting this particular transaction, text is nothing but a narration in our general accounting. Salaries paid, being salaries paid. This is a text. There is a text field will be there when you are posting a transaction. There is a text field will be there. If you have selected text as a required entry, you need to give this text field. You need to fill this text field. Otherwise, the system will not allow you to post this particular transaction. Because we have selected here text as a required entry. That is one option. Assume business area, another field I am taking. This selected as the optional entry. Assume you have selected this business area. Business area in SAP, nothing but a branch. Hyderabad business area. When you are posting this particular transaction, there is a business area option will be there. One text will be there. One input field will be there here. Okay. Because you have selected this business area as an optional entry, the field will display there, but here if you give or don't give, Hyderabad business area, Bangalore business area, Cochin business area, if you give or don't give also, the system will allow you to save a document or to post a document, because here we have selected it as an optional. Business area, you have selected it as an optional entry. It's up to you to maintain this particular field while posting a document. That is one option. Another field, for cost center I will select as a suppress. Suppress means hidden field. We are hiding this particular field. Cost center, we know what is cost center, is a department. Assume for which department you are paying these salaries. If you selected this particular cost center as a suppressed field, nothing but we are hiding this particular field, then you are posting this document. While posting this document, if you want to give the input value also for this cost center, this particular field will not at all display there while posting a document, because we have selected this as a suppressed field. This particular field, cost center, will not at all display there while posting a document. Like this, for all the fields, for all the 70 fields, we need to maintain the 3 different options, any of 3 different options. All these things as a consultant we will do. These we call it as a field status group. There are different field status group we can maintain. These field status group, when we are creating this GL account, salaries account and bank account, so with the different combinations and different selections, we are going to create. The system defined is also there. We are going to select different options, and these field status groups, example for field status group is G001. The name SAP has given G001. In this G001, you can select whatever the options we require. These selections we will do as per client requirement. We will educate the client. We will inform the client that in SAP, if you want to post a document, there are different options are there. For salaries account, what options you require. For bank account, what options you require. For wages account, what options you require. When you are posting, for each and every account we will ask them, and we will maintain this field status group for this particular GL account. We are going to assign this G001 to respective GL accounts. So as per this field status group only, the configuration what we have done here, the selection what we have done, the system will ask you while posting a document whatever the field they want to enter or they want to maintain. This is a consultant role. The employee of the company, that guy actually the document will be posted by employee of the company. That's the data entry that guy is doing. They don't know, that guy don't know why SAP is asking text only, why SAP is asking the business area only, why only few fields are displaying while posting a document. Because we are configuring all this, the background work. When they are posting, that will show only few things. While implementing a project, some representatives from each department will assist us in configuration. We will get the information from the core team members from the client side, and we will configure all the details. Depends on the requirement, we will configure. The employee of the company, they don't know, they will simply post the document. We will create all these field status group, and we will create the GL accounts, and we will assign these groups to the GL accounts. This document entry, general data entry, is not a consultant role. After implementation is over, the employee of the company who is working as an accountant in finance department, that they will enter all this data. But this background work is our work. As a consultant, we will do. In SAP, everything is there. As a consultant, we have to get the information from the client, and we have to configure as per client requirement. This is what we are doing. This is a small example I have taken to understand what is our role. Okay, clear? Any doubts here? If any doubts here, you can discuss.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. One thing it is not clear that reason is that EC6 is recently released this version.
No. ECC 6.0 is the old version. After ECC 6.0, we are having EHP5, and again we are having EHP6 also there.
Okay, so we will get the training from EHP6.
On EHP5. We are taking training on EHP5. When related to FICO, there is no much difference between EHP5 and EHP6. Okay? There is no difference from EHP5 and EHP6 with respect to FICO.
So this is the everyday timing of class 5 to 6.
Timings? Yeah, 5 to 8, not 5 to 6. 3 hours a session. Not every day, only weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. Only weekends we are having 5 to 8, 5 to 8, Saturday and Sunday. Still demo is there again. So I will discuss. Still demo is there. Demo is not concluded. If relevant to this topic, is there any doubt that you can discuss? At the end we will discuss about all the times. Do you have some time now, or you are leaving?
No, I am here.
Here, na? Then we will discuss it. Again, another half an hour session will be there. I will discuss at the end. Okay. As of now, any doubt?
Okay. No, everything is clear.
Okay. Yeah. I will continue the demo. Later we will discuss regarding timings and everything. So I am going to take some project related topic. Project life cycle, we call it as normally. SAP has given one name, that is SAP roadmap, SAP roadmap, full form accelerated SAP. It's a project life cycle, nothing but a project life cycle. So for any SAP project, we are having 5 different phases. In any SAP project, we are having 5 different phases. One is project preparation phase. First phase is the project preparation phase. Assume we are implementing SAP in Dr. Reddy's DRL. Already SAP was implemented. Assume we are implementing SAP in Dr. Reddy's. We are working in some many IT company. I am taking some TCS. We are working for TCS as a FICO consultant. In the first phase, what we are doing is, after bidding, pre-sales activities are over. After pre-sales activities are over, so few consultants, the TCS will allot few consultants to this project. Core modules, FICO one guy, SD one guy, okay, MM, ABAP, like this. Just for number sake I am taking 5 consultants in the initial phase they have allotted for this project. And from Dr. Reddy's side also, from each department, production department, planning department, purchase department, finance department, let's assume they have also allotted 5 representatives from Dr. Reddy's. Each department wise they are allotting. These 5 members we call it as a core team members. Okay. In the first phase, what we are going to do is, we all 10 people sit together. We will share information. As a consultants, we will get all the information from these core team members. Because we know SAP, we don't know what is Dr. Reddy's is doing. We don't know whether what that is pharmaceutical company or construction company also we don't know. In the first phase, we will try to understand what the different business process scenarios in Dr. Reddy's, how they are maintaining all the records and reports, what is the organization structure, what is the different organizational hierarchy, what the ERP system presently they are using, what are the different processes they are following. We are trying to understand what the business requirements or business process scenarios in Dr. Reddy's, and we will do initial planning here. After planning is over, if there is any standards that Dr. Reddy's is expecting, that we will agree. After getting all the inputs from these core team members, we will finalize the schedule. Schedule means when to start a project, when to end a project, how many months it will take, how many years it will take, tentative date, the total duration of the project we will finalize, the schedule of the project we will finalize. After this one, we will finalize the team also. Team means how many FICO consultants require, how many SD consultants require, how many MM consultants require, like this. Depends on how big our client is, how big our client operations are going on. This is what we are doing in the project initial phase. Next phase is the business blueprint. Here in this business blueprint, we are going to prepare 2 different documents. One is as-is document. One is as-is document. Another one is to-be document. So in as-is document, in written we will maintain whatever the existing system in Dr. Reddy's, the present existing system, what they are following presently, how the procurement process is going on, how the depreciation is going on. So who is the decision maker in departmental head, different process scenarios, what are the different, everything in written we will maintain in as-is document. And in to-be document we will maintain what they are expecting out of SAP. Okay? If there is no changes, the client will not invest crores of rupees in SAP. There should be some change. Those expectations we need to enter in to-be document. Together we call it as a business blueprint. It is the most important document for any SAP project, because the project may take more time, 6 months or 6 years, depends on how big our client is. We may not be there for TCS for a long time. After 1 year we may leave, the new consultant may join. By seeing this business blueprint, the new guy will come to know where we are and what to do. So documentation is very important thing in SAP project. There is a lot to do in preparing business blueprint. Once the business blueprint is over, up to now we have not used any SAP software, only documentation for the first 2 phases. From now onwards, when it comes to realization, realization is nothing but an implementation. Simply we will implement whatever we have maintained in as-is to-be document we will simply implement in SAP. Here now we are using SAP software. Where we are doing here the implementation now comes to R/3 system architecture. In the database server, in the initial we have discussed database server. Under R/3 the first layer of the software is here. In this database server we will customize and configure as per client requirement. In this database server we will customize and configure as per client requirement. After configuration is over, where we are doing what we are doing, just now in Excel sheet we have discussed the configuration, customization that we are doing here. After implementation, all configuration is over. Then we will go to the final preparation. Final preparation is another name is also cutover to production. Means here we will test everything. Where we are testing in application servers, whatever we have done, the configuration, whether it is working or not, we have to test here along with core team members. We have to show the core team members will test and we have to sit with them. We have to show how it is working. In this final preparation, if it is not working as per their requirement, what we will do? We will again go back to database server and we will do necessary changes. And we will come back to application server and we will test. So testing is also over. Everything is executing as per client requirement. Then from tomorrow onwards, we can go for go live. Means SAP is ready to use, we can use from tomorrow onwards. For that, how they will use? The employees of the company, how they will use without training? So this end user training is also part of final preparation stage only. End user training we need to give. End user training we will give how it is working, how to post a document, how to post salaries account to bank account, that some transaction codes will be there, some shortcuts will be there. So we will train them for few shortcuts, how to post a document. That end user training is also part of this final preparation phase. After end user training is over, so we are going for go live. If we go for go live means from today onwards SAP is ready to use, we can post a transactions. Okay. So after implementation, go live is over, support activities will start. If there is any errors in day-to-day postings, we need to give support. If that is a part of implementation project, for the first 1 month or at least for 2 months, we need to give support how it is working. Initial stage, there may be number of errors, we should be there and we have to give support. This totally we call it as the different phases, SAP roadmap. Okay, this is just an overview. To start a session, we should know what we are doing and where we are. Normally, this SAP roadmap I will take 1 week classes at the end. Okay. It's just an overview. What are the different phases in SAP project and each phase what we are going to do. In detail we will discuss at the end of the course when we are doing project. Next one. What are the different types of projects we are having in SAP? One is implementation project. Up to now whatever we have discussed comes under implementation only. Next one is support project. After implementation is over, so in day-to-day activities they need some support of consultant. After 6 months or 1 year, we have configured in implementation for one asset, one particular asset, we have configured straight line method. Now the client wants return on value method. We need to give support. That is separately different quotation, different pricing will be there. That support project. 75% of consultants are depending on the support projects only. After implementation, the client requires support. Rollout project. Another type of project. What is this rollout project? Means, assume Dr. Reddy's is having some Hyderabad plant where SAP was implemented. They are also having one Vizag plant where SAP was not implemented. Vizag plant. If they want to implement SAP in Vizag plant, so here we need not to start SAP from zero, from scratch. We can copy the template whatever we have configured in Hyderabad plant, and we can customize there in Vizag plant. Because the same business, same line of activity, it's very simple thing. We will copy the SAP template from Hyderabad plant and we will customize as per Vizag plant requirements. This we call it as a rollout project, where already SAP is there, already SAP was implemented, then we are implementing in another plant in the same company. Next one is the upgrade or enhancement project. So assume upgrade means in the same version some features are not implemented, now they want to implement. Another case is in enhancement, earlier 6.0 they are using, ECC 6.0 they are using, now they want to migrate to HP 5. They want to migrate to HP 5. Then this is also one project that we call it as a upgrade or enhancement project. Whatever the changes is there, we will configure and we will do this one. This we call it as upgrade or enhancement. Over broadly we can divide the projects into different types. When it comes to career opportunities, so consultant and support. Consultant job is customize and configuration. Normally in implementation we call it as a consultant role. After implementation is over, whatever the activity we are doing comes under support only. We will call it as a support consultant. Okay. Whatever we are taking training for this consultant and support role. Whatever we are taking training is for consultant and support role. And other opportunities also there, like end user and business process executive. End user is nothing but an employee of the company where SAP was already implemented. If you want to post a document also, you need a knowledge of SAP. Earlier for any commerce graduate, the tally may be the minimum qualification to get a job, but now all the companies are implementing SAP. Medium to or small scale industries are already implemented SAP. Now SAP has become a compulsory qualification to get as an accountant also. Only the data entry will be there. But how we are posting entries in SAP, that is important. Process executive is also same way. Almost same data entry job only. Where we will get these process executive jobs are in BPO companies. Normally, the foreign companies where SAP was implementing, they don't maintain their own department records, FI department or MM, they don't maintain their own departments to post all these entries. they are outsourcing those records to all these BPO companies. Here also the same data entry job, only the end user role only, but the environment is different. IT environment will be there. Presently, DuPont is hiring, Accenture is also having, Deloitte is also having BPO on SAP, Genpact, DSM, all these companies are hiring for these roles. For this also SAP knowledge is important. Like this, we are having different types of career opportunities. Okay. The same way what I am explaining, the PPTs along with using these PPTs and with all this Excel, the calculation whenever we require. For each topic wise I am having these PPTs, topic wise. By showing all these PPTs, the theory part I will explain. Okay. By showing for each topic I am having different PPTs. By showing all these things, I will explain the theory topics. And these PPTs also I will share to you. Okay, all the PPTs I will share to you. You need not to write down any notes. And whenever require the calculations, you can show this to my previous classes, presently which are going on. The explanation will be like this by using all the calculations and Excel sheets whenever required. Okay. So I will use this Excel sheet. And the configuration part, when it comes to configuration part, you need not to write down all the things from the beginning. So we are having some material here, the configuration, just like filling the blanks. Just like filling the blanks, here you can have the blanks. These material I will share to you. Here you need not to write down all these things. Just you can maintain this right side, whatever information, costing type is equal. You have to fill those blanks. Plant is equal, order type is equal, order type is equal. All these things you have to fill down when I am taking classes. So this will give you some time to understand the concept rather than writing notes all the time. Okay, everything is ready-made material is there. This I will share to you before the class started. Then you have to take a printout of these things, all the things. We are having more than 500 pages of material like this for each topic we are having. All these materials I am sharing to you. With the PPTs. PPTs only for reference purpose. If you want to take a printout, that also as a reference you can take a printout. All the theory also no need to write down. All this configuration also only just filling the blank step. So if you are having these notes when you are practicing, you will not get any errors. If you get any errors, you can send me mails also. Okay, immediately I will clear, I will respond. Once you have joined, I will share my mobile number also. So like this, few students are sending errors whenever they are getting some errors. So I will rectify. Okay, you can send me a mail and I will rectify. So you will be having the server access that will be valid for 6 months. Okay. When you are taking the server access here, the same server I am using for my classes also. So if there is any errors, I will go into your login credential system, whatever your company code creation, all the settings, and I can rectify and I can clear your doubts because I am also using the same server. Server will be available for you 24/7. This is how the content wise you can compare the content. No one in the market will be taking all these topics. So to learn total FI in CO, it will take at least 170 to 200 hours. With the price we are delivering, no one is taking this much of content. You can compare the content, total FI and CO. Okay. project topics, the special scenarios, log box is the new topics, validations and substitutions. These are new topics, no one is covering. When it comes to CO, so nothing is there. So total I am covering. So when it comes to CO, so total in cost center accounting, even the basics also, all this much of topics no one is covering. Planner profile, Excel uploads, cost center splitting, in assessment, distribution, allocation methods, there are number of methods are there, all I am covering. Okay? FIMM integration in detail. In product costing, you can observe there are product cost by period, product cost by order, product cost by sales order. All these topics I am covering. So another thing is material ledger. In online material ledger, no one is covering. Material ledger is nothing but actual costing with material ledger. This topic also no one is covering. I am covering with the same fees. You can observe if you go for online training, nowhere you will find more than 70 hours of training. No trainer will take you more than 70 hours. I will challenge. So I am taking more than 170 hours. You can understand. So here, for me, the fee is not important. I want to make you to get ready for job. Learning in 70 hours is a half knowledge only. You can't learn FSU is a big module. Okay. Total we need to learn. If you want to get a job, very high competition is there outside. You are learning only half 50%, then you will get only 25%. Okay, how you will get a job? So don't waste your time. So learning 70-60 hours is a waste of time only. You want to get a job, you have to learn fully. Total 100% content you have to learn. So material ledger, everything. Apart from the, I am increasing my content. So in the next batch I will trying to add new content also. So it will be around 200 hours. If you contact any of my previous students, they will tell you how much time I am taking. Okay. So minimum 4 months will be the time. So it will extend, depends on our content. Okay. It may extend to 6 months also. Okay. But don't be hurry. So if you learn in hurry, you will not get job, I am sure, because the competition is very high. We need to learn total content. Learning just for namesake, you will not get any job. So FIC is a huge model, ocean. No one is expert also. Even myself is also not an expert in total FIC. Okay. Still there are more topics are there to cover. Okay. I am trying to improve my content from batch to batch. So this is how training methodology is going on. Okay. If any doubts that we can discuss, that we will discuss.
Hello?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, one more doubt is this, that how should I get the software in my laptop?
Yeah, software in laptop, that is a different thing actually. So the other guys are there. If you want to get a software, then there is a possibility is there. Remotely we can install that. They may charge some high amount. What we can do is no need of getting installed in your laptop, because we are giving you server access. That will be for practice purpose only. That is a free of cost for 6 months. After 6 months, if you want to use the server access again, we are taking some 750 rupees per month for our students. For outside normal it is 1000 rupees per month. So if you really want to install, then that will take some 5000 rupees. That installation guy, they will access remote your server in your system. They will install. It will take 6 to 7 hours for installation, SAP installation. Okay, that is different thing. Okay, if you really want, then that you can. Then otherwise, what you can do is, so you are from Kochi. Yeah, you are from Kochi, right? So you can send one portable hard disk to us. Only here they will install for 500 rupees. If it is remotely only, that will cost more.
Otherwise, I will do one thing. Otherwise, I will do one thing. I have one my friend in Hyderabad.
Okay, good.
So I will send him to your office or whatever, wherever you are available.
Yes, sir.
So he will be give the this the hard disk and the external hard disk and the amount which she
Okay.
will be charged for the installation of
Yeah.
SAP. So that's because why, because I want to install in that software in my
No issue.
laptop. Sometimes if I get free time, I can also do my demo
Yes,
project.
yes.
Okay, one more thing. Are you
Yeah.
providing that demo project also?
Yes, yes. I will give the business blueprint document. Based on business blueprint only, I will hand it total project, whatever the document I am sharing with.
Actually, why I am planning to do the SAP FICO. One of my friend who is also completed CA and he is in Dubai.
Okay.
Just now he got the just a few weeks before he got the offer from one of the big company named Pakistan.
Okay.
So he's getting good package and he surprised last week that get the client from Hyderabad only.
Okay.
We'll get the what will be the package if I completed my thing and if I get job in outside of India or in India. So
Yeah.
what will be the package, initial package?
Yeah. Initial will be if you are going for 3 years on experience. Okay. So you will get minimum 6 lakh package. Once you do the one single project, then you can, depends on your skills only, you can bargain and you can demand. So that's how you present yourself. So there is no limit. As a functional consultant, there is no limit.
Okay. So very frank, I really impressed about this demo class. So I plan to do my enrollment today itself. So
Okay.
once I entered this class, so what will be my next role? To have the classes in Saturday, Sunday only, na 3 hours.
Yeah, only 3 hours Saturday, Sunday. The remaining days you can
That's
do
also
practice. Yeah, remaining days you have to
that's
do
also
practice.
that's also better for me because I'm also be working, so I will be free
Yes,
only on Saturday and Sunday.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
next thing is that server part is sorry that software part is okay and the demo project is. Is there any real time project also we get as a training from your side after
Yeah.
completing this course?
So as you know that we can't say it as a live project because in live project we have to work together with all different module fellows. MM fellow should be there, SD fellow should be there, HR fellow should be there, ABAPer will be there, basis fellow. So this
That
R by 3 architecture we can't keep it one place when we are using the training IDS server. Okay, that is one problem with live server. Okay, live project. We can't say live project. Everyone is saying live project only. Practically, it's not a live project. So whatever FA consultant we are doing, I will theoretically explain, and 50% of the configuration what we are doing, I will show you in my system itself. And what are the tickets I have handled with my previous experience. By changing the names, I will share to you whatever the tickets I am having. Okay, so whatever the result output, we can't say that live project. Okay, that is a problem because consultant should create material master, and that PP fellow and and PP, that guy will create plant. Okay, in that OBYC settings integration we have to do as a FA consultant, we have to do only OBYC.
okay.
So a single
But
FACO consultant can't do total project. Project means
okay.
all together we have to work together and few settings done by other consultants. But as far as FACO is concerned, so we are learning, trying to learn total whatever we have to do. We will theoretically we will learn, that will be helpful for interview purpose. That knowledge is sufficient to handle interview, to crack the interview. Whatever giving my project is sufficient. I can't bluff that
Is
this is a
there
live project.
and also is there any mock interview also?
Yeah, mock interview I will conduct. I will forward few sample projects so that you can keep in your resume. So that
Not for
finally,
telephonic that the telephonic mock interview also will be
yes,
taken
yes,
from your side.
yes. That's what I am telling you. So after finalizing your resume, so what project should be there and what project should not be. So I will finalize the resume and I will take a mock interview before going for final round. So I will take mock interview. What will be the regular how the interviews will be taken.
Okay. And the last doubt which I asked you earlier also. Being a chartered accountant, so if I completed this and that I completed SAP FICO, So what will be the initial package? You have told me that is 6 lakh.
6 lakh.
But if it is the added qualification is CA, so will it be increased?
No, initially for even if you are a qualified chartered accountant, so how you present yourself that is a main criteria they are looking for, because you are having some domain experience. So that will be added advantage. Definitely that will be added advantage, because as a functional consultant, we call it as a functional consultants, FICO, MMSD, all these are functional modules. Means,
Okay.
so we should have some domain experience to understand what the client requirement. As an MBA fresher or even CA fresher doesn't have that understanding, because what client is telling, we may have expert in SAP, that what is client requirement, first we need to understand, and that we have to configure in SAP as per client requirement. So your domain experience will definitely add an advantage. When it comes to package, maybe in the initial days you may not get the same package whatever you are taking now, because we are having already 10 years of experience. Okay, but in future, from here onwards, in core you are in finance area, you may not be that much of growth, may not be there, but in SAP, so you can grow like anything. So adding your qualification, and with this SAP you have to take at least one project, one life cycle if you complete, then you can climb yourself and you can present yourself, then you can improve your hike will be there definitely. But in the initial days, but you have to struggle, you have to compromise with your package. That I can assure. I can't say that you will get very good package like that. This is the practical the reality I am telling you. So initial days, because you are getting into SAP market. Okay. So for any FI guy, any finance people, if you want to get into IT market, this is a golden opportunity. Okay. So growth will be there in IT market. Growth will be there when compared to our core finance. The growth may be not much in multiples, but here next 5 years. So if you are in same finance for the next 5 years, what is your package? Definitely here in SAP that will double what is you are getting for the next 5 years in core finance. Increase will be there. That will definitely increase will be there. Okay. So, but initial days you have to compromise with your package on that I can say.
Just ask
Yeah.
for a clarification. So, and your name is
Upendar Reddy. Yeah, Upendar Reddy. I'm qualified cost accountant.
So you have done ICWAI.
Yes.
So, okay, sir. So if I enroll myself today itself, so
yeah, tomorrow we will start. Yeah, tomorrow itself. Actually, in the last week I have finished one session. 2 hours of session is there. That recording is already there. So another thing is, so whenever you are not attending any classes, in any case if you have missed any classes, so all the classes I am going to upload in this Vimeo. Okay, so you can attend it. Yeah, you can listen my classes here. Okay, so daily all the yeah, now also I will share to you. That's what the last session. Okay, so I am uploading the daily my classes here. So whatever the sessions I am having different sessions. Okay, so with yeah, this is the previous session which we are having. So all the sessions I will upload here. I have to share to you the link to you. So then only you will get the permission. So like this you can. If any day, if you have missed out any class, okay, there is no downloading option, okay, but you can attend this. You can listen like this. That option is there. Okay. That possibility is there. All the classes I will upload in video, so I will share to you. So the last week I have finished for another 2 guys are there. For them I have finished a 2-hour session. After demo, the first introduction session is also over. I will share to that topic and you can attend. So for tomorrow you can get ready. For tomorrow's session, by listening that one you can get. Okay, I will share to you the basic setting configuration material also. You have to take a printout of this material and we will meet tomorrow. Okay, regular 5 to 8. Tomorrow will be 5 to 8. So in between I will give 10 minutes break. So So continuous 3 hours also it will be problem. 10 minutes break will be there. 5 to 8 only Saturday Sunday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks for the question. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Okay, Ranjana, any doubts?